今天我来到位于上海的佛罗伦萨小镇，这儿不仅有许多著名的国际时尚品牌，还有纯正意大利美食。现在去 Bella Vita 美好生活意大利餐厅，体验美食与美酒的搭配。Hello, Claudio.
Hello, Sarah.
Nice to see you.
Nice to meeting you.
Today we are at Bella Vita restaurant of Florentia Village in Shanghai. I'm very excited because we are going to be doing food and wine pairing, and of course Italian food and wine. Looking forward to it. You brought a wine already, you picked it.
I already prepared the bottle, very special for you.
Look very pretty.
It's pretty, with a special label celebrating the 20th years of life of this wine. And the wine is a Siepi of Mazzei Estate. Mazzei Estate is a very old historical family of wine, one of the longest and traditional families of wine in Italy and in the world.
Okay.
They have like 700 years of history.
Wow.
And the Siepi is their, one of their top selections, labels.
Where are they from? Or what region?
Is between Siena, very close to Siena, and Florence.
In Tuscany, yeah?
In Tuscany.
Oh, okay. This is a beautiful label design. Beautiful, wow.
This is a cru. Is a cru made on only 6 hectares of land. And the varieties this wine is made of is 50% Sangiovese, which is
that's the typical,
wine variety of Tuscany, of course, and Merlot.
Merlot, that's an international variety.
Yeah, which is a Bordeaux, is a French variety.
Right.
This is the reason why this is not a Chianti, is not a Chianti Classico. This is an IGT Toscana, so Indicazione Geografica Tipica. Some publications in Italy have defined it as one of the top 50 wines that has changed the contemporary enology of the Italian wine. It's a 14 degrees wine.
14 degrees, so it's a little bit higher than average, right? Because
usually of course, it's an important wine that does 18 months in French or Hungarian oak barrels. First of all, you see the arch and the tiers.
Right.
The arches are very tight, which means a high level of alcohol.
Right.
And the tiers as well are very consistent.
It's obvious.
The smell is that of spice, plum and spice.
And red fruits.
And the red fruit as well. Basically, the 50% of Sangiovese gives you this typical plum, and the 50% of Merlot gives this chocolate, black chocolate, and black pepper taste as well.
So it's a good balance.
It's a very good balance. It's a very balanced, full body, and really, for me, is a really amazing wine.
Oh, nice. Aftertaste. Wow, so smooth and complex.
It's very complex because it goes on and on for at least 15 or 20
the
seconds.
Aftertaste
Usually,
is so nice.
we define a complex wine, a wine that leaves you this taste in the mouth for at least 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
And has at least 4 or 5 categories of different flavors.
Yeah. Thank you, Claudio. Hello, Samuel. Good to see you.
Hi, Sarah. How are you today?
Good. You?
Very good, very good.
I'm very happy to see you here because today we're doing Italian food and wine pairing. And I had this wonderful Italian wine from Tuscany earlier with Claudio. I'm sure you know. It's from Tuscany.
Mazzei Siepi is a wonderful wine. It's 50% Sangiovese and 50% Merlot. Thank you very much. Yeah. Wow, I love this wine.
It's rich, powerful. The tannin is also very smooth. I think the Sangiovese bring a little bit of pepper.
That's right.
And the black chocolate. And then the Merlot has some red fruits.
Wow, outstanding. You have a very good knowledge about wine.
Nani from Claudio.
Wow.
How do you like it?
I think we should get good quality piece of beef. Okay?
Beef, okay,
yes.
Red meat.
I will suggest Tomahawk, which is one of our top selling items because we are using an M3 Australian beef. After cooking, he has this balance of fatness and texture, which is just
so
outstanding.
Yeah, that was the oil, the fat. I was just listening to you talking would match with this fruity and the tannin very well.
Definitely, definitely.
Would balance it.
Kill it.
Kill it. You kill it.
Here is the beef.
Oh, beautiful.
As you see from the
marble,
nice
marble.
As you see, it's very balanced, and this is what identifies the quality of the beef. Here we go. We have our rosemary, we have our thyme, I will use some garlic.
I love garlic.
We have great fresh ground pepper here over here, and then with how we will marinate
Okay.
our beef. Okay, rosemary. We take 2 bench.
Is this a classic or typical Italian dish?
Yes, definitely yes. You can actually. It's very. This dish is well known in Tuscany because actually they have a great beef.
So that's where the wine is from.
Yes. We have our thyme right now. Chop it, put it on the top.
So what's the timing for marinade?
You can marinate a few hours before you cook. I will take some garlic. This is our marination. Black peppers. Here we go. This is our beef. You have a chance to try to put it inside it.
Right.
A little bit of oil. Why I put now the oil? Because later in the pan I will not put any oil. Here is our tomatoes, olive oil, some garlic. We will put some of herbs. We have a shallot.
Okay.
Then we take a bunch of our tomato. Pepper, and to get tasty. And some salt. Since we will have enough time, I will just put it on the side of the oven and we will let them cook slowly.
Okay.
As I mentioned, I like to have a side dish combined with the beef.
Yeah.
Today I would like to propose the mashed potato, which require hot boiling water.
Prepare the potato.
Potato, we peel it, piece. So we bring it to boil it. We will leave it to boil around 15 minutes to make our
mashed
potato. You just put it in the machine and you just let it go. For the mashed potato, what do we use? Milk. We use Italian milk. We use butter. We use cheese and a little bit of salt that we might need to adjust the season at the end. Cheese.
Okay.
Spoon of butter. We're gonna put our milk. I will just cover and just put it on the side.
Okay. Chef, what's next?
Here we are at the most important part of the cooking. Cooking an Australian tomahawk on the pan.
Oh, sounds wonderful.
So.
Wow, I like the sound. Beautiful sound. Wow.
If you see, it starts to caramelize on top. Now we put our tomahawk on the side and we will let it cook for 20 minutes.
Samuel, thank you very much for your hard work. And the steak looks fantastic. Claudio, before we dig in and this wonderful piece of meat, can you give us some basic principle of food and wine pairing?
This is a classic example of a dish creating salivation and where a tannic wine is paired very good. Because where are tannins, there is astringency. The tannins in an important structure full body red wine, they give this astringent feeling into your mouth. And another thing is that the tannins help in this case. This is a dish where we have the sweetness of the potato, because the potato, they have starch. The starch is an element of sweetness. There's an element of oiliness, which is like the liquid fat, and the tannins and the acidity, the crispiness cleans this greasiness and this oiliness.
So offset. Balance.
Exactly.
Samuel, for the dish you used a lot of ingredients, herbs and seasonings, spices. Why did you do that?
A good piece of meat always requires a quality marination. It's about, first of all, of the herbs that you're using, the freshness,
the fresh herbs.
And that the most important, the matching, because there is herbs going with meat, there is herbs going with fish. So regarding the meat, require herbs a little bit more strong and sharp in taste, such as rosemary. Rosemary is very male herbs,
Poignant,
so predominant on the over taste of the flavor, because you will taste a lot of rosemary, and then after that you will taste the garlic. And then I like a delicate herbs, which is like the thyme.
Wow, that's a lot of science behind it.
I'm happy you use the right one. It's science. It's all about science. Cooking. And
yeah,
also
so that's
wine.
why there's a professional there. We eat. I'm an eater. 吃货, say 吃货. But you know, all these things fascinating behind the food, behind the cooking.
It's very Italian in the way you're eating, because we don't like sauce. Because the sauce will overpower the meat.
The meat?
Yes, actually the way you're eating is very straight to the taste. You get to try the real quality of the meat, and we are not overtaste any sauce or fatness that you will not understand the quality of the meat.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's. I would say it's perfect. It's totally balanced out. The steak itself is juicy, fresh, and tasty, and in Chinese we say Shang is just a very tasty meat. And then the wine made it better. The wine
In English we
made it
would say juicy.
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 Yeah, made it even better. So this pairing, well, it's perfect. Perfect pairing.
Thank you.
Cheers.